Unseld, Henderson, and Greavy. For the Seattle SuperSonics, who lead this series 2-1, it'll be the two Johnsons, Shelton, Sigma, and Williams. Should be a dandy, and we'll be right back with the tip-off.
They are extremely confident, but the Bullets came to work today with a lot of determination.
Not an empty seat. They're ready to go.
Controlled by the Bullets. Off the opening tap, Greavy goes for the game's first field goal. On Sunday, Greavy was 1 of 6, so already he has matched his output here early. Williams goes to the corner. Shelton and Johnson cleaned up on the block shot.
That shot was blocked by the Big E, but it fell right in the hands.
That's a perfect example of people not watching the ball when you're on defense. Henderson down the middle.
Gotta make them.
And he missed the layup. So Greavy and Henderson have responded to the guard challenge early. Question being, can they keep it up? Dennis Johnson on the turn was fouled.
That'll go against Henderson as DJ set him up down low left. Watch him fake like he's going to cross the lane, turn back to his left. At 6'4", he leaned into him to get the shot away and draw the foul. 2 free throws for DJ.
Hot Rod, I'd like to welcome everybody who just finished watching Johnny Carson's monologue. This is Game 4 of the NBA Championship Series. Dennis Johnson with the free throw. And it's 3-2, the Sonics over the Bullets. The Sonics in white lead this series 2 games 1. Game 5 back in Landover on Friday night. It has been a tongue war. Watch away from the ball underneath. It isn't pretty, but it's efficient. Greavy forced back, and here's Henderson playing catch with him. The former Kentucky star makes his move. That's 2 layups for Kevin. He's doubled his output now from Sunday.
Kid missed a couple of those shots earlier in the first couple of games. That leaping leaner going into the basket. This time he's hit both.
Williams is averaging 28 a game for the Sonics. DJ moves it to John behind his back, and there was a foul. Here's the play again. John Johnson, who's a very good passer, makes a fine behind-the-back pass. Monty Shelton got pushed from behind. That's why he lost the handle on it. Shelton moves it quickly to Williams. Gus moves. Misses the jump. Then Hayes to the defensive rebound. And here's Henderson. He'll control now for the Bullets.
He made a comment that the Seattle guards were shooting so well, but sooner or later they got to start missing. That time Gus took not a good percentage shot.
Turnaround, E baseline off. Sigma. He's the leading rebounder in the series. Averaging 12 a game. Again, JJ behind the back to DJ. It's 6-4. Sonics over the champions. The Bullets have been scrambling throughout the playoffs. They had to come back against Atlanta, back against San Antonio. Now they have to dig in one more time. Greavy is short and Shelton is off. There's an open man. It's the Wizards. It's 8-4 Sonics. Brent, there's one thing that Washington's got to try and get more of. It's running plays, get some breaks. They've been almost shut off completely in the last 2 games. They've been standing around and having to go to the set offense all the time. Unseld moves to Greavy, and Greavy just says, I'm going to put up everything. Dandridge comes up against the double team and is fouled. And the crowd in the corner.
Now remember, by the end of the first quarter, I need for you to tell me which player was the MVP of the first quarter.
See him reacts angrily.
Here's the shot again. You'll see Bobby bring it down on the left side fake. Right here will be Jack Sigma on him at 6'6". Dandridge went up over, put the shot up. JJ blocked it down from the back. So we got a timeout.
Lenny Wilkins doesn't know who the foul is on.
Neither do I.
It's on Shelton.
Johnson blocked the shot. It's Washington ball.
Greavy lobs to Hayes. Double teamed, and he's tied up by Shelton. Jump ball.
Put it on the floor. That made it easy for Shelton to reach in to tie him up. Watch the Big E. If he'd have just turned and taken a shot, but right there when he bounced it, Shelton reached in and made a good play.
Sonics up by 4. Bullets control the tap, and it's Henderson backing in on Williams. He'll come up with a jump shot. Missing. Battle for the rebound. Sigma off to DJ. Sonics come down as quickly as they can. Dandridge picks up John Johnson, who goes inside to DJ. On the double team is a bad pass, and Unseld was right there. Here come the Bullets now. Henderson down the middle. Off quickly to Dandridge. His first shot. Offensive foul on Elvin Hayes. He just ran a block like he was going for a running back on this play. You'll watch him when we come into the picture. Watch Elvin Hayes right over here and knocking it Shelton with the forearm, running interference. The battle of the big men continues. Like Roman gladiators here in Seattle. Sigma to the glass is short, loose. Back to DJ. Dennis up. Loose and down the floor come the Bullets. Henderson out at Greavy, and Greavy knifes the glass, and Dennis blocks it. Dennis Johnson, the best defensive guard in the NBA.
Fantastic block on that play. Once Greavy take it right to him, DJ timed it perfectly, went up with a right hand coming over his shoulder and blocked it cleanly.
And that time Greavy shot it with his right hand. He took it right to the defensive man. He should have shot a left-handed little hook shot that time.
Still 8-4. JJ goes to work on Danbridge, glides inside, and Bobby D stuck right with him that time. Right, the ball out of bounds, and Seattle set play.
I'm surprised at Greavy because he's a left-handed player, and he used his right hand to take it to the defense that time. Very surprising play on his part.
JJ will throw the ball inbounds now for the Sonics. Takes it from Daryl Garrettson. Shelton comes around deep in the corner. An offensive foul as he turned into the man. That's 2 fouls on Shelton. It'll go to the Bullets on the turnover. Henderson and Greavy will bring it up now for Dick Meyer, who signaled the play standing up. There's Dick. Now he'll kneel down on the towel. And the chairman of the board will soon be checking in for Seattle. And we'll have more body thumping when he arrives. Greavy missed the shot, loose. Shelton off to Williams. Gus will throw up the jumper. Short, and Shelton flies over the rebound, lost control out of bounds, and it'll go to the Bullets. And here he is, number 35.
It's about as early as we've seen Salas in the series.
He has his elbows sharpened up.
Less than 4 minutes, Paul Salas in the game.
Greavy comes around the double pick of Unseld and Hayes, and hits still another one. That's 6 points for Greavy in the first period. Sonics lead it by 2. Williams signals the play for the Sonics as his partner DJ brings up down to the middle, and Greavy watches it. Sigma would like to go to work on Unseld, who's leaning on him. West knocks it away. It's clear out, and Jack is double teamed. No foul called on Danbridge. No harm on it, and JJ buries the field goal. It's a 3-second violation. No field goal.
Very good Jack Sigma on this play. Here's Wes Unseld. No contact. A good pass inside, but 3 seconds. Paul Silas, who wasn't in your picture, was in the lane.
Bullets shoot for the tie at the 7:35 mark, first period. Elvin Hayes with Silas on him. They lob to Danbridge. Underhand Unseld, out of bounds, Bullets ball.
I'm not going to lie to you. That 3-second law, I've always hated that law. They need to get rid of that.
Well, they've done a superb job of team defense. Seattle that time double teaming Danbridge. You would have had an easy shot had he been going against one man.
Hayes on the jump shot. JJ to the rebound for the Sonics. Puts the ball on the floor. Silas ahead of him on the right. Now Paul's got it. He'll take a set shot outside. And he fooled everybody.
That's a bonus when he hits one out there.
10-6 now. Sonics. JJ Oliver, Danbridge, and Henderson from the perimeter. Unseld and Sigma will push him. It'll go against West. We've got a timeout.
Here's the shot.
West.
Let's watch West underneath the boards. Here he goes battling for position right there. Sigma was trying to go after him. He hooked him out of the way. It didn't look like a very much of a...
It appears that Seattle came to play, but Washington is taking a little bit longer to get warmed up. Tell me your thoughts about this in the comments.
Foul that time.
Canucks and John Tate has scored 20, 14, and 19 points. He shot only 36% in this series. He has 11 points in the fourth quarter. He has vowed to snap out of the slump. DJ is short, and Hayes to the rebound, and here comes Tommy Henderson. Henderson to the glass, and I want to tell you, the guards have got the message on the Bullets. They may not stay up with Williams and Johnson, but they're going to flame out trying here tonight.
Well, I was tired about reading about all these Seattle SuperSonics scoring guards. So Greavy with a great start.
Sigma, fine young talent. So is Gus Williams. Sonics should get nothing but better in the years ahead. Here's one of their fine veterans, and Hayes blocked the Silas shot. Now it's Henderson again controlling the ball. Dandridge to Kevin Greavy, and again it's the guards. Taken down by DJ. Williams is ahead of him. Henderson goes with him, and John Johnson broke the other way, and it went out of bounds. It'll go to the Bullets. So it's 10-8. Greavy with 6 and Henderson with 2.
He would have had a layup J.J. really turned it on right side, but the pass was a little bit too far in front of him for him to cleanly handle the play and get the layup.
5:50, first period. They go into Hayes. Sigma knocked it away, but right to Henderson. And Jack yanks it down again. Two-hand outlet. Here comes Williams. Slow up now and set a play. Sigma and Dennis come back, and it's 5-on-5. 12 on the shot clock, a lot of time. Turnaround by Sigma.
He has been phenomenal. 10 out of 14 in the last game, and a lot of them like that field goal, outside jump shooting.
4-point Seattle lead. They lead in the series. 2 games, 1. Game 5, Friday night. Landover, Maryland. DJ watching Greedy. Greedy comes inside, and the foul is called as he put it up on Dennis.
You see Greavy had Dennis a little out of position, driving down the middle, getting that good penetration. Right there for the shot, the foul with the body. Greavy to the line. Brent, in set-up opportunities, Washington has only scored 1 basket off of set situations. There are other baskets that come off of breaking opportunities. They've had more breaks here early in this game, I think, than they had the entire ball game the other night.
Rick, a lot of it is they're pressing the break. Mata has told both Greedy and Henderson, he told me before the game, that he was going to try to take it to him and make Johnson and Williams work as hard as he possibly could early on defense. Now, Lenny Wilkins said, I'm not sure what Dick is going to do, but it'll be different. And immediately, Lenny countered with Paul Silas to get a little more muscle up front. Williams goes back to Sigma on the left side, and Jack again, the blonde bomber from Illinois Wesleyan.
You make those guards work on the defense, it makes them less effective on offense, that's for sure. So they got to keep the pressure. Henderson and Greavy going to the basket.
West at the top of the circle, goes to Dandridge. Dandridge takes the jump shot. High bounce, Sigma there with another rebound. And here's the Wizard. Henderson's back. And Henderson had stopped Williams in the middle and forced that turnover.
Well, watch Gus on this play. He tries to make almost an incredible pass. He knew J.J. was there, but without even looking, he just threw the ball in the area, but it was behind J.J. who had cut through.
Boy, they love that behind-the-back pass tonight, the Seattle SuperSonics. The Washington guards have taken 13 of the team's 17 shots here in the early going. Away from Hayes, Dennis went out after it. He got a hand on it. Ball went out of bounds. DJ complaining he was fouled.
There's your play. You'll see DJ hustling right along the base, trying to pick the ball up right there. He got the hand on it as Hayes pressured him from behind.
The Sonics, talented and confident. Dandridge blocked underneath. Look at Sigma, Silas, and the foul call loose. Bobby Dandridge has assessed the personal.
You see the action under the boards. There we see the ball bouncing around. Sigma keeps it alive. West hunts the one. Silas with the rebound. Dandridge with the foul.
Right hand, Dennis Johnson blocked the shot to start that play, too. Incredible defensive move, switching in the middle.
2 blocks already by DJ Hot Rod. Williams goes to Silas, bounces into Greavy. Missed the shot.
We'll call goaltending on Elvin Hayes.
And the reason was that he banged against the backboard and shook the backboard. Now here's the shot, misses him, boom. He hit the board, his hands were on the board. You're not allowed to do that when the ball's up there on the rim.
16-10 as a result of that goaltending call. The Sonics lead it by 6. 3:36. Henderson presses the layup. Hayes offensive rebound and the hook shot. 16-12.
That's a great turnaround jump look. About 3 feet away, protected the ball with his body, and nice soft touch.
John Johnson now goes to Gus Williams, who's coming baseline. The battle continues, and the little man came away. The Wizard, 18-12, Sonics. Dandridge pressured, double team, goes down to Henderson. He'll be left alone for the open shot. A little bit too much spin. Sigma quickly to Williams at the corner. Gus pressures to the right and slips and traveled as he went down. Is he hurt? He went down hard.
He's okay.
I think he's all right.
Just slid into second base. He's all right. Feet went right out from under him. You take a look again. Boy, he could really accelerate. Brings it right top lane. Try to put the brakes on. And the shoes went right out from under him. We got a timeout.
Boy, he did hit hard. 18-12, Seattle.
Brent, this week is Vietnam Veterans Week. And I personally want to welcome all the veterans home. You know, they were never honored like most returning servicemen, so welcome home, fellas. We hope you're enjoying our telecast. Seattle 18, Washington 12. We're in the first period.
And Hot Rod, we've got 2 minutes and 54 seconds to play in that first period. For Seattle, 5 men are in the scoring column, only 3 for the Bullets. Dandridge has not yet scored. And here's the Big E. Unseld offensive rebound. Sonics bitterly complaining that he traveled. Wilkins is up yelling. Elvin is now 1 of 6. On Sunday, he was 5 of 20. The slump continues. Sigma has Unseld, knocked it away from him. So the Sonics will set the play as young Jack Sigma, the second-year pro from Illinois Wesleyan, walks over. Deep pass to Williams. Pull-up sends it back to DJ. Dennis is put up for short. Hayes, defense outlet, 2. Anderson, he'll never track it down.
Not a good pass. Elvin's doing a great job.
Come on, man. They need to work on this passing and everything. It's like they became a little bit more tricky with the passing, but for some strange reason, they always overthrow or underthrow those passes.
Off that defensive board, but that time he just alley-ooped it down court. No chance for Henderson to catch up to the ball.
Sonics 18, the Bullets 14. Jack Sigma has shot well on the turnaround. That slingshot of his up over Unseld. JJ sends it back to Dennis. Williams goes backdoor, and there's a foul down away.
Johnson is coming a moving screen that time. Johnny Johnson had a moving screen trying to free Gus Williams. We'll watch the play under the basket. There you'll see John Johnson right over here moving to the left part of your screen, right there on the move. Fouled Henderson.
1:50 now, first period here in the Coliseum in Seattle. Reeve sends it back to Big West. And West takes the jump shot. It'll roll away, and Silas rebound off the DJ. Wilkins calls the play as the Sonics slowly bring it up. They are not getting those early offense opportunity shots here. Henderson tries to clog the middle. Williams goes to work on him. Drew the foul. He'll come up to the free throw line. The Bullets with 5 are now in the penalty. The Sonics with 2 team fouls.
Brent, neither team shooting well. Neither team really establishing much of a running game, although Washington has tried to do a little bit more. They've had opportunities. They've only scored 3 baskets. Ironically, the Sonics, who have done so well with their running early offensive game, have only scored 1 basket, yet they've been very effective on this set offense. They've scored most of their points off the set situation. When the Bullets are still in the slump on the set, they're not scoring many hoops.
The Bullets have not yet substituted. They've gone with their starters throughout the first period.
During the regular season, they're the 3rd best team in the NBA offensively, the Bullets, and they have yet to make 100 points. Have only 14 here in the first quarter with 1 minute and 10 left.
And that would be their low quarter of the year. They're held to 16. Hayes came in, stayed with no foul. Sigma is off to Williams. The Big E just lost control of it. They move it to Dennis. Hayes went flying, and there's a foul called. Wes Unseld coming up into Dennis Johnson. That's 2 fouls on Unseld.
That was a great block Hayes made on the original shot coming in. Right here you'll see the Big E right there. He slapped it off the glass. Then Unseld coming over the top gets the foul in the penalty. It'll be DJ at the free throw line.
Hot Rod, you mentioned Washington's line on Sunday was 25, 19, 22, and 29. The Bullets have scored 30 points in only 1 period so far, and that was back in the second period of game 1 when they had 33 points. They had only 16 in that 4th period when they were beaten 92-82. And Dick Motta looking on with a 14-point production right now. Dandridge. And it is 16. 22-16. But of course, defensively, they have held the Sonics to 22. Reeve looks for a screen. John Johnson goes to the shot. Right to Sigma. Jack will hand to Williams. Screen for him, and he misses. Sonics, John Johnson controls. Time running out of the first period. good pick. And Williams used it.
Beautiful.
Great play by Sigma and then Williams, who took his time. 24-16. The end of the first period with the score. Seattle 24, Washington 16. And the NBA on CBS will continue after these messages.
Okay, so Seattle 24, Washington 16. I need for you all to let me know in the comments who was the MVP of the first quarter. Be sure to like, share, watch more videos, and subscribe to the channel.